On this episode of Retro Car Guy 530, I'm going to be checking out a tablet mount for the controller that came with my DJI Mini 2, which is the same controller supply with the Mavic Air 2. I purchased a Skyreet tablet mount, and it's for that controller that comes with those two drones from DJI. It has an aluminum base with a connection point for a shoulder and neck strap or a lanyard connection, and then it will support devices from 4 to 11 inches in size, which means the iPad Pro is out of not supported by this because I believe the iPad Pro is 12 inches according to this product's documentation. And we'll check out to see how well my iPad Mini 4 fits in this and how sturdy it is. And with that, I also need to make sure that I can make the connection to the edge of the iPad Mini. Now, I might be able to reach it with the original cables here. Of course, the cables normally are the one that you're using is stored in here. You pull that out, and then it reaches to the side here. So what I'm going to be doing is I've purchased two 11.8-inch cables here that are going to replace the ones that came with the device. One for Android devices, which is USB-C to USB-C, and then one for iOS devices, which of course has USB-C for the controller end and Lightning connector for the other end. So let's check it out. Let's get into it. I've been using this Android phone as the device to run the DJI Fly app, and actually I've made a few other videos about the installation or the auto update feature, how it does or doesn't work in certain situations. And I've been using that as the device since I obtained the Mini 2, and I'd like to take advantage of the larger screen of my iPad Mini 4. So if we look at them side by side, we can kind of much larger screen. So I'd like to take advantage of that, and to do that you have to have a tablet mount for this. So in this case, normally you would connect the cable that comes out of the controller to the edge of the device, and the length is just about right for any phone that would be in the holder here. Now, of course, you would normally turn it on, and then that would spawn the execution of the DJI Fly app, and then you'd be off, get your drone up and running, and then go to connect aircraft, and off you go. So that's fine, but again, the screen size is a bit small. I'd like to use the Mini 4. Later on, I'd like to address the brightness issue, possibly using one of the military-grade tablets, and see if I can get one of those either sent for review purposes or purchase one, but right now I'm going to be going to the Mini 4. So with that, that's fine, but I'd like to, like I said, take advantage of the bigger screen. So to accomplish that, we need a longer cable because the iPad Mini 4 will be sitting out here. I've seen others report that you can use the iOS connection here, the iOS cable for this, because of the size of the Mini 4, but you have larger iPads, it may not fit. So that's why I ended up purchasing those aftermarket 11.8-inch cables, so that whether I have an Android tablet or a iOS device, I should be able to connect to it. So let's go ahead and turn this off. I got the phone here, disconnected. One thing I wanted to make you aware of as well is whenever you deal with the cables, especially for the USB-C to USB-C for Android devices, there is a icon on the end of the cable. You may not have noticed that, but make sure that you pay attention to it. See if we can get you to see that. There's a little controller icon on the end of that cap of that end of the cable, and that's the end that goes into the controller. The other end has no such icon, so make sure you plug in the right end, and that's documented in the product that has the USB-C to USB-C cable that I purchased. So let's go ahead and start taking a look at that. I have an 11.8-inch cable here, USB-C to USB-C, and in the case of the iOS device I'm going to be using, it's also 11.8-inch. So it's you can't screw this one up, you have to plug in the USB-C to the controller. So we're going to do that. Get that plugged in there so that we have a much longer reach if necessary. And there's a 90-degree connection point here so that you don't have a cable sticking out to the side, which is much better in my opinion. So let's go ahead and open up the tablet mount. And let's see what's in here. It looks like it comes in a bag. That's all that's in the box is the bag. So let's take a look what's in here. No name on the outside. Let's expand that. That's kind of nice to be able to carry that around in one thing. We have the strap, and then we have the holder itself. Anything else? That's it. All right. Looks like take this off. That's the tablet holder. And then it looks like push this out. Nice tight hinge, so it's not going to flop around. That's nice. So it should hold a pretty hefty device without much movement. And then the ball mount here is very tight joint on this as well. So that's good. And then it looks like, I don't know if you have to fully remove this. I'm going to loosen it and see if it will pop in. Looks like I'm going to have to take it off. Okay. And let's put the end that expands outward. Like that. I'm liking this so far. That's nice and sturdy. Okay. Let's see how well it fits into the controller. Let's do that same thing. Try to tip this up a bit. And hopefully you can see a little more light here. Fits in the grooves here nicely. Doesn't seem to be flopping around at all. All right. I found as I was going to disassemble this that I didn't deploy these two little clamps here. They go around the metal connecting pieces between the controller and the antenna end, and that way if it becomes dislodged, there's something else holding it in place. So make sure if you buy this product and use it, make sure you deploy those and have them in place while in use. And then we should be able to put our tablet in here. I have my Mini 4. Expand that out. Now it does put the hinge with the weight being put on the end here, so that might be a little bit more of a stress point than I would like, but it doesn't seem to be too bad. This is not a very heavy iPad either. And let's go ahead and plug in the cable here on the Lightning port. And we're into that. Connect to aircraft. Just doing so we can see the main screen here. Camera view, which we are not connected to. The aircraft is not connected to the remote controller, which is true. And I can adjust the tablet so I can reach the controls. Everything seems to be nicely weighted, so that's good. It doesn't seem to be too... Of course, there's a weight bias to this end because of the weight of the controller. And let's go ahead and take a look at the strap here and show you where that connects. So then you've got a strap that can go around your neck. And even if that's coming in the middle here, that might get involved with your mode switch, so be careful of that. I have to see, right now it doesn't appear to be directly in contact with it because this is out of the way of the switch, but it might be something to note after some use. And then that going around the neck, not bad. So I think this will work out nicely. Here's a couple of pictures of me using the Skyrate tablet holder, and it seems to be just about the right length. Maybe the cable could be a little bit longer. I did extend it out to the full maximum length of the shoulder strap here, but it seems to work out just fine. Balancing was nice. Held the iPad exactly where I placed it. Worked out quite well. I'm pretty impressed with this. I'll have the information about this product in the description section. Again, this was the Skyrate tablet mount, and I'll, like I said, have the info down in the description section and an affiliate link to go purchase that. Also, I'll have the information for these two cables. Again, these are the 11.8-inch cables, one for USB-C to USB-C. So that's this one here, and then for iOS, like I'm using right here. As you can see, it hangs out a little bit here, but it seems to nicely tuck in under here. It's not sticking out. It's got the 90-degree connector here, so that's good. So it seems like it should be nice. I've seen a lot of these that will just stick out here. There's a lot of stress that might be put on the connection port here, so that's nice. So these seem to have worked out quite well. We'll see after some use, and then maybe there will be an update video later on. But that's what we have so far with the Skyreach tablet mount, and go check out the description section for that information. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that bell notification to be notified when I upload new videos just like this to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.